What's up, YouTube? Irish USMC Vet here. Hey, guys and gals, good morning. Get everything going here. Sending out invitation to Mr. Stinger so he could join us. So what's going on out in YouTube land? What's everybody been up to? Anything to report since we last spoke? Let's see. Looks like Mr. TB9. Good morning, sir. First things are getting worse, and I have to start limiting my YouTube time and rest my head as things are getting crazy out there. Walter says, hey, Tommy, stay frosty, guys. Whether this is real or not, things are going to get nastier. Stan says, British Prime Minister Boris said to have tested positive. Good morning, Walter. All right, so what's getting worse there, Tommy? That's the reason why I've been having the chats a little bit later is because I've been pulling Firewatch at night already. So got a lot of stuff going on. Good morning, Stan. How's it up there in Canada? Always frosty, Stan. Always frosty. What's your guys' plans for the day? Let's go over here and check out the Drudge. Hopefully Stinger is not sick. I know they had to go out the other day, so we'll keep that. So here's the yesterday's numbers of sick and infected. And then I will refresh that. And we'll get today's numbers for you guys and gals. 532,000, 24,000, 84 dead. James Yeager on guns versus zombies. Great. So James, our YouTube personality here, is posting up something there. And that's naturalnews.com. So here's the new numbers. Yesterday was 490,000. 490,000, and today 532,000. So Walter, interesting. The Prime Minister got it. Hopefully you got some of our politicians. Says Walter Davis, Mr. TV and I back. Good morning to everyone, and Semper Fidelis, brother. Good morning, Patriot in the Dark. Semper Fi to you too. Hope all is well out there. What do you have to report? What area of operation are coming from? You don't have to give us. Just give us your state if you would. Uh-oh.
Damn it, I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
If I got it, you got it now too.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, you sent me a package, damn it.
Well, you said you were going to leave it out on the porch for 2 weeks.
Hey, yesterday I got an email from UPS. They're no longer guaranteeing shipping. So I was quite possibly right that it is spread through the mail, but we do at least 48 hours quarantine in one of the extra vehicles that we have sitting here.
Couldn't you just spray it down with a can of Lysol?
Well, I like to I want to make sure that inside the package is done too, because a lot of packages that come are plastic, so I'll leave them outside in the container and allow the sun to hit them and be in a vehicle. People are getting nasty. Stan says people are getting nasty to the point they want to hurt others who aren't social distancing.
Oh, if somebody comes up to me while I'm walking the dog out there, I will yell at them, social fucking distancing, brother. And if you keep coming towards me, I will draw on your ass.
Patriot Dark says, sorry, dictation was backwards today. It's all right, man. Traumatic brain injuries. I got a couple of traumatic brain injuries, so you'll hear me. So yeah, I knew what you're saying. Solid copy there, brother. Blind guy in Michigan. I have to report that my 10 silver coins I bought are spot off coming today.
Ooh.
All right. Congratulations, Mr. TB9.
What was the spot price when you bought them? I'm looking forward to that. Probably at least less than it is. Well, pretty close to what it is now, I imagine. Anyway.
Space Force official provides Corona response updates. What? That's weird. So the Space Force is providing Corona updates.
They actually did the Space Force thing.
Well, yeah, they got.
It sounds like one of those 70s shows with the fucking marionettes.
So yesterday we experienced some technical difficulties. Supposedly, we were having some issues there. All right, so if you were in any of the earlier chats this week, you'll notice that I was telling everybody to get ZMA, which is zinc. And there's a pretty good article up about that. It says, can zinc help fight COVID-19? Now, I'm not saying it's the cure by any means, but like I said, I take it every night, and it has worked wonderfully for me. Good morning, Riddle Girl. There's an article that you can check out. Mr. Tommy Boy says he paid $154 with their discount.
$15.40 an ounce. That's pretty good.
Stan says, Chief of the Space Operations, U.S. Space Force, and Commander, U.S. Space Command, General John W. Raymond, will presser from Pentagon, #Fox News. Did you know that the zombie virus starts from a spore from space? Duh. I've already purchased my Space Force body armor from AR500.com before they made it illegal. So, thanks, Riddle Girl. Duh. Not really, but it was pretty cool. They had red body armor. It was useless tits on the floor, but yeah, it was space. It was Space Force armor.
Nice.
But would it matter in space? Because I don't think bullets can travel in space. Just saying.
I don't know. I think they can, but I think you're traveling the same speed, the opposite direction.
You could just swat it back with them with a tennis racket. Ding.
Right, yeah. There would be some interesting experiments.
Yeah, they've put out they've set up emergency lines that you can call for people that are not social distancing. So go ahead and turn in your neighbor because they're having a barbecue with their family that lives in their house that they've been around for the past 15 days, and they're gonna do a raid on your house because you and your family were in the backyard having a picnic in your own property.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, the cops are actually responding to alarms and stuff around here, which is totally phenomenal. I didn't think they were going to do, but if somebody's house alarm goes off, they're coming out and checking it out. What will people do with no income? Well, I guess we'll have to start farming again.
Guess you should have saved. I guess
you should have farmed.
Yeah, and, that too. Should have had some sort of plan. I mean, that's the problem with America, right? They don't save, they don't grow, they don't do nothing. They live paycheck to paycheck. If they have a savings, it ain't enough. That was my point. People are talking on the street, and others are going off on them just for talk. Look, if that's fine. If you want to sit there and talk to each other, talk to each other. I'm going to go around you. If I don't know you and know that you're 100% free and clear, I'm just going to walk my happy ass around you. I don't care what you do. Yeah. Just don't come over and start coughing in my face or my family's face. And you won't get. Don't come over and talk to me either. You want to say hello from across the street.
I don't know you. We don't need to have a conversation.
Me and Granny stand across the fence from each other, just because if I had it or one of the kids had it, I don't want her to get it. So I can still talk to you. So yeah, I don't understand that. But then again, I'm sure as hell not going to call on my neighbor because somebody pulled in the driveway and they're not social distancing. This is not the snitch nation. Snitches get stitches. Remember that. Just mind your own damn business and stay home. Now, if you know somebody's going to go get sick and then come back and spread it to your entire apartment building, yeah, you can say something there. But like I said before, people start doing things they might not normally do. I mean, people are sitting at home with their thumbs up their ass. Cabin fever is set in. If you haven't heard that term, you've never been stuck somewhere for a long time. Which really sucks because if you live in a city, you can't do anything. So yes, you want to go out and speak to people because you crave that attention. Walter Davis says the virus came in from a cloaked alien ship next to the moon. The space rangers are forming up an assault, but waiting for the meteorite shower so the government can have a plausible cover story. All right.
That's a series.
Sounds like a good book. You should start a series on that, Walter Davis. And conspiracy space.
Night of the Living Dead. It's like when the virus started.
Yeah, Patriot in the Dark says anyone can farm. It's easy. Ask Bloomberg. Yeah, because he's a big time farmer, right? I mean, I'd like to know what he's growing and smoking because he's obviously fucking loopy.
The only thing you can grow like that is weeds.
You can weed doesn't even do that. You still have to put fucking fertilizer on it to make it grow because we have a short growing season. It doesn't grow like it does in Arizona and Colorado. You just can't throw it on the ground and whoa, like the seed bombs I'm talking about. You just can't do that here because you have to fertilize. Extensively fertilize. Not that I've ever grown the devil's lettuce, but I was supposed to go to another class on the hemp production because they're allowing it in Indiana now. But they canceled that due to the COVID-19 bullshit. So just because the government says you can't be evicted or have your utilities shut off right now doesn't mean people still won't because become desperate enough to come take your stuff. Yeah, right. That's the main problem. The haves will come for the have-nots, or the have-nots will come for the people that have. Yeah.
Well, even then, there's still going to be things you can't get on you without money. If you're out of money, good luck grocery shopping. Good luck buying toilet paper. I mean, you can probably find, like, I guess Chick-fil-A is giving out free sandwiches for those people that are hungry. So, I mean, there's that. But, I mean, how many chicken sandwiches can you really eat?
Well, and there'll be those people that just go down and get them and then store them in their refrigerator. I know people that will go buy 10 McChickens and 10 cheeseburgers because they're $1 and have 20 sandwiches and put them in the refrigerator or freeze them and then reheat them and eat them later. I mean, not the best way to get your calories, but I know people that do it. So, not me, because that's fucking disgusting. Just eating at McDonald's in general. But, see, I knew there was a Romulan attack coming, says Stan. Go ahead and beam me up there, Stan. Well, we know it didn't come from China, so... Well, I like how he walked that back yesterday in his little speech. He's like, well, it did come from China. So that's why I called it the Chinese virus. But I'm going to talk to Xing Zhangji this afternoon. And then the little prick in the audience says, did someone tell you to walk back your statement about China? Well, if somebody did, they didn't tell me. He goes, it came from China. So he's not backing down. He kind of toned it down, but he's not backing down from it. If you live in the ghetto, the landlord might come by and toss you out with his crew, and with no cops, nothing you can do to stop that. Oh, there's something you can do. You go ahead and get that gat out and put it right in his grill, and you tell him that next time he comes back, you're going to steal his grill with that said gat. I don't think there'll be a whole lot of eviction going on.
But there's already people roaming around the streets in my rural county, in my rural part of the world, on mopeds with their break-in kits because the sheriff's department released all 100 and some people in the past 3 or 4 days from the sheriff's department. Or not the sheriff, from the jail. Little girl says, gross. I don't know what she was referring to gross about because I'm slow today. I don't mind the
McDonald's in the fridge.
I don't mind the people that have nots, just really don't care for the people don't have clues. I mean that's essentially what I'm referring to. The people that like the people that say they're going to come take your stuff because they got 50 guns and 1 box of ammo.
Yeah, because they prep by knowing where the preppers are so they can come and get your shit.
So I have a similar situation. Hold on me.
Oh, got blowing his nose.
Oh yeah, I was outside putting I put blood meal, bone meal, kelp, and fish meal and stuff out. So you're supposed to wear a mask, but I can't buy any right now because everybody's hoarding them. But yeah, I was outside all day yesterday doing farm work. So yeah. But like I have that problem right now. Like these people are still going out to eat, and not a fucking clue of what's going on.
Hey, I went out to eat the other day.
No. These people are consistently going out to eat every day. So, I mean, if you have to go out and get groceries and you stop because you had to go 2 hours away from your home like we do, and you get something to eat, that's different. These people go out to eat consecutively every day to any restaurant that's open. And you better by God believe that if Chick-fil-A is giving away free stuff, they're going to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So, but those are the people that, oh, well, I'm just going to come to your house. No, you're not. No, because I told you a long time ago to start doing something. Get off your fucking lazy ass. And if you didn't listen, you're sure as fuck not going to come here because things are not going to be you lay around and play on Facebook all fucking day. And the rest of you lay around and do jack shit. Because if you come here, you're going to get a hoe handed to you and you're going to be doing some work.
Ooh, giving out free hoes?
Free hoes and different area codes even.
He's giving out free hoes. Come grab your hoe.
Just because China is testing anymore and still screwing with the numbers doesn't mean there aren't more cases. Governments can a lot of crap to minute. Yeah, we'll never know the real numbers. The government is not going to tell us. Rotogirl says lots more homeless roaming around here because they've opened the floodgates to the dam. They're normally camp in the canals. Well, they're out searching for stuff now. I mean, shit. They can now, like they know now when you leave because they have nothing better to do, and they know that you may have some food. So now's an opportune time.
They usually would stand at the cross streets of every intersection begging. And now I would imagine they're getting a lot less money because people are using their money, for one, on real shit, and for two, everybody's worried about transferring shit on money. So I would imagine they're not making nearly as much. So they're going to start getting desperate too.
Well, I mean, now they have an opportune time. It's harder now to get stuff like do B&Es and stuff. But now you can tell. I mean, you have nothing else to do. So if you have nothing else to do, you're homeless, and you are not picking on homeless people by any means. But I mean, I can sit there and watch you and for 2 days, and I can figure out, hey, they're gonna go out in 3 days because they're on a keto diet and they gotta go get meats. So you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, I'll just roll up in your house because I know you have to go to the store. And last time you left, you were gone for 2 hours, and that was on the 3rd day. So on Wednesday and Friday or whatever, they're going out on these days.
Well, we have a big ass dog who's gonna eat their face.
They just have to get past the pit bull.
Right. No, I get it. No, I get it. But I'm just saying. You're not the only one they're case. You know what I'm saying? They may not be casing you, but
that's why you have layered security, am I right?
Right. But you see what I'm saying? Like if you're not gonna give me the stuff, I'm gonna come take it. And if you're not home, then police say disgusting coronavirus pranks, assaults are now on the rise. Well, yeah, we're not patrolling the streets anymore. So why not?
As far as Stan is saying, what's your opinion on this being a hoax or a simulation or blown out of proportion? A lot of people are saying they haven't seen any actual patients, yet the numbers keep climbing. There are YouTube channels out there that were showing and smuggling video footage of what was going on in China, of people being sick and dying from it, and also people being sick and cured by the government or ventilated on the street. I wouldn't say it's fake. I think it's real. I think it's blown. It's, as Irish is saying, it's a lot worse than that they're saying, and they're not going to report what's actually going on or show you people dying from it, because that's just going to instill more panic, and they want to keep you calm.
There was a ER doctor that went on record with the New York Times, did a whole video on how they don't have any supplies, how they had to bring in a refrigerated truck to handle all the dead bodies. And she was like, I don't care if I get in trouble for doing this because I'm desperate and I don't have what I need to take care of my patients or protect my staff. And it was really something I wouldn't expect to see from the New York Times, because normally they're kind of shitty journalism now. And it was a really heartfelt, real thing. They actually showed the patients there.
Hold on.
They showed the refrigerated truck with the bodies in it.
They're not even testing people that die, because I guess they can't test if you have the coronavirus if you die. We don't know how many people. Well, we don't know how many people are dying of natural causes and how many people are dying of the coronavirus either. So. And as far as videos from here, I don't know. Maybe they haven't gotten out yet. Maybe it is all blown out of proportion. I'm not one to say, but I don't think it is. This is my opinion, which, take that with a grain of salt. I definitely don't want to test that theory out since I'm in a high-risk category. So I'm doing what I can do in order to prevent said infection.
Fat kid. Sorry, I had to run down and open the gate for the dumpster guy to take off my trash.
Silver and gold are about the same as yesterday. I think it's down just a little bit. Not horrible. So keep an eye out on your silver dealer, your silver bullion dealers or gold bullion dealers to see if you can get a decent price on your bullion. I'm checking every day at least once, and hoping that maybe when I have money, there'll be a decent deal, and not $5 over spot.
Well, so that's one less thing I have to worry about.
You throwing up gang signs?
Who me?
No, why?
Oh. He's probably making fun of me because I had to run down the damn road here and open the gate.
Roxy, come?
No, she's doing a perimeter check in the poopy walk.
Oh.
Stan says the Dow is down this morning, but not by much. He also was talking about what's your opinion on this being a hoax or a simulation or blown out of proportion. A lot of people are saying that they haven't seen any actual patients, yet the numbers keep climbing. The video that I talked about in China says, he's talking about Western patients, and he doesn't see any videos of people here.
Okay. I don't know. He hasn't been here for a couple of days, but I've been posting up live screenshots of my brother-in-law who works at a BSL lab, a level 4 BSL lab. Then Mr. Stinger was privileged enough to hear the doctor friend that's friends with my wife and I call and check on us. She said that there's not an influx of patients at her place, but she works in an off-site practice. We have had a couple deaths here in, well, more than a couple deaths, but in our specific county, we've had a couple deaths. And the doctor who runs the emergency department is also a family friend. And so I've been in contact with him, not physical contact, but telephone conversations and stuff back and forth. And without giving too much of his information away, he believes in the same thing a lot of us believe in. But he assured me that this is the real deal. And, there's people asking, medical staff that are asking for gowns, masks, face shields and stuff on their personal Facebooks because they're scared to go to work. And without outing these people and giving up my area of operation, I can't tell you who they are, but I have showed text messages and picture proof throughout these live chats. So there's the Easter eggs are out there. Just have to go back and watch them, Stan. And that would be really painful unless you just had nothing really else to do. But right. It's out there. Like I said, Mr. Steger can attest to some of the conversations he's heard while we're on non-live chats, just me and him chit-chatting back and forth. So the Patriot in the Dark, all right, got to run. You have an outstanding day too, sir. Semper Fi, Godspeed. Keep us posted how things are going. Even if we're not live, go post underneath the channel or below the video. Give us a daily update because I get the email notifications to my phone, so I can check in there and see how everybody's doing. So yes, I believe for that long drawn out blabber mouthful of shit there, Stan, I believe it's real. I don't want to go see anybody that has it, so because it is a bioweapon. They've said it's a bioweapon, and now they're charging people with terrorist acts of terrorism if you knowingly give it to somebody else. Right. So if you knowingly go to somebody else's house that has it, and then you go back home and you know they have it, then they can charge you with bioterrorism. So,
well, I mean, I don't know if that classifies it according to them as a bioweapon. It's just saying, like, the same thing if you had AIDS and you went and slept with a whole bunch of people knowing you had AIDS to infect everybody. It's kind of the same. You get in trouble, well, depending on what state you live in. You get in trouble for that too.
Yeah, I mean, kind of if you knowingly have HIV, but I mean, just stay, like, they're giving you an opportunity to stay home, spend it with your kids, figure out what the fuck the loopholes are in your program. Figure out, hey, maybe we need a program because we don't have toilet paper. We had to buy 6 months worth up front. Or
a lot of people don't want to stay home because they haven't prepared and they don't have money and they need money and they want to go out and get money one way or another. Right. Because they're going to give you they're going to give you the money though. I mean, they just passed the stimulus. Well, they just passed it, I thought, yesterday, right? I don't remember. 56 or 57 to none. They're going to have to, if this goes on for any length of time. I mean, for a family of two or whatever, I don't even remember how much it is. More kids, I think it maxes out at $2,400. So, I mean, if
for 4 months, they're supposed to give it to you for 4 months.
Oh yeah, is it every month?
Yeah.
Good luck living on that.
Well, I mean, the people they're talking about giving it to, they get a fucking Social Security check for $900, and they live on that a month.
Well, certain people do, but some people are right on that cusp. Like before my wife got her job where she's at now, we were all on that cusp. Like if we don't get a check, we're screwed, kind of thing, right? So I don't know. I'm just saying that there's we weren't on food stamps, we weren't on Social Security, but if there's any interruption in our finances, bills still got to get paid. You still got to have. Well, I mean, they're not going to shut down your utilities right now, but believe me, they're going to shut them down as soon as this is over and tell you owe a backlog of amount of money that you can't afford now.
Yeah, I mean, I fully get it. Like, I'm not like I like I said, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I still go out and pick up aluminum cans off the side of the road when I do my walks in the afternoon. So, like, I get it. Like, I could be a millionaire and I would still go pick up those fucking aluminum cans because one day, whenever I, decide to get rid of them, if I have a semi-trailer full and they're $1 a pound, but see, people don't look at shit that way. Like, that's, I mean, my wife, she's like, why the fuck do you go out and pick up cans every night? Because, one, I'm walking, so I'm getting my exercise, and two, what's the harm in having it for extra money?
That's what I used to do to make money. I bought my first pair of Oakleys doing shit like that.
Oh, I spent 2 summers as a child mowing with a push mower, so I could buy a riding lawnmower. I saved probably every dime that I made, except for I had to go get the 45-cent pack of baseball cards.
Damn, even back when I was a kid, I had Cadillac taste, bro. I'd do all this work, and instead of doing all that work for that money to then get something that makes it easier to get money, no, I get something stupid like sunglasses that cost $200.
No, I worked 2 summers, bought a riding lawnmower, and then fucking maxed that out. Yeah. I was doing, 5 yards a day on the riding lawnmower.
Well, you had a very good head on your shoulders at that age, for sure.
That's what happens when you grow up poor.
Well, I grew up poor too, but I grew up wanting nice shit.
Well, and my cousins, they always had nice shit. They were always rolling around in with Jordans and shit like that, and I just didn't care. I mean, I was happy with Adidas or whatever felt good on my feet because I was always on the move working. And still to this day, my cousins will tell you, they'll call me and be like, hey, I need help with this. Because I know you're into making that type of shit. What can you make? And they both own successful businesses, but they'll call me and ask me.
I always got made fun of for my secondhand clothes and shit like that. So it was one of those things. That was the first thing I wanted to. When you're that young, you wanted to just stop. At least I just wanted it to stop. I wasn't one to stick up for myself. Unfortunately, I wish I had it, but so the best thing I could think of at the time to make it stop is to improve the shit that they were making fun of in the first place. But they just find something else, and nobody told me that at the time. Obviously, I figured that out. But you can improve everything, and they'll still figure out something.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I can't say that kid's name, but I mean, everybody had a label. So like, shit, I don't want to give that away. Like, for example, like, if you had a problem with your smell, they'd call you tuna, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you would get a name and it would stick with
Slim. I got Slim a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they always called me Tiny. But, it was because I was a big fucking corn. And I wasn't even that big. I was 170 pounds.
Oh, I wasn't big. I wasn't that big back then either. Right?
So,
but they made me feel like a whale. Yeah.
Well, there was bigger dudes than me. Yeah. There's like some big dudes. They called them beef. I mean, there's some big dudes, but like, I just didn't give a shit about the clothes and stuff. Like, I wanted to wear what made me feel comfortable. I mean, there was a lot of times that people would fuck with me, and it would just get to the point to where I'd have to put the Hurt Locker on them. And one dude wrapped a bat around my head, and I beat the living shit out of him, choked him almost to death. So
brain injury number 1.
Huh? Yeah, no, now that one did. It was just a loaded wiffle ball bat, but it wasn't a wooden bat. Stan says many places suing China and other governments for shutting down over this.
Good luck. You can't sue a government, or at least I don't think you can.
They said something yesterday about they put drug charges on
maybe some president from South America, but I don't remember that. Here you go, Stan. Ritter Girl posted up a video for you to watch. I cannot click the link because I'm in StreamYard. There are plenty other American video of COVID patients. Yeah, there's a few out that show they're recovering and can't breathe. But then you have Tyrese going out there putting out a video of some chick dying or having lung cancer, saying she can't breathe and has no fucking clue what he's talking about because she's not in a respirator, like a full face respirator, to keep the negative pressure around her. It's an old video. I read it and everybody said that it's some lady that has lung cancer because she says don't smoke twice. But he just took a piece of it. Maybe he was just saying don't smoke, but I think it was meant to be a COVID-19 case. But Prepper Satan, I support China fully. Good morning, Prepper Satan. How are we doing this morning? Stan says carriers.
Yeah, because he's talking about how he wouldn't doubt many are walking around without knowing they have it. Yeah, exactly, because you don't even show symptoms for at least 2 weeks, could be up to 4. So during that time, you're highly contagious. You're giving it to everybody, yet you're not showing any symptoms. So yes, if somebody tries to come across the street while I'm walking the dog, want them to talk me up, social motherfucking distancing, motherfucker. Back the hell off, or I will draw on your ass. Because I don't know if you got it or not. Just because you're not coughing don't mean you don't got it. And you're talking, I vape, right? And when you vape and you blow out vape, you can see where your breath goes.
Yeah, that's a good example, man. I never thought of that, yeah.
Yeah. So when I blow out that big-ass cloud on a normal breath, that's what they're doing to me when they're talking me up on the street. All in my face. No, bro. No. You need more than 6 feet.
Yeah. Noriega ended up in prison for drug dealing or drug trafficking out of Panama. I remember some of it, man. There was so much stuff going on yesterday. I planted 100 red onion sets, 100 yellow onion sets, 100 white onion sets, 100 pounds of seed potatoes, some red currant. What else? Oh, 4 new horseradish plants, and did a whole bunch of lighting upgrades for the wife and her fancy kitchen garden. Put some more low wattage LED lights around for her. Lately, we've been into multiple places at the same time. I'm getting tired. Says the Prep Reaper.
So my wife's coworker apparently gotten tested, and because why? You tell the story.
Okay, so she had been feeling sick quite a while ago, like at least a month ago. She was feeling sick and having all the COVID-19 symptoms, but back then we didn't know anything about it. All right. And
right.
Her son owns a moving company, and one of his employees tested positive for COVID-19. So that means her and her entire family had to be tested and quarantined. So she got the test results back, and her whole family already was showing antibodies for COVID-19, and that like they had already had it and been recovered. So it would seem to me that they didn't put any restrictions on travel until it was already out of control in China, and it was already out of control in China, in January. So all those people traveling back and forth from November to January did bring it here. It did spread, but we didn't know what it was, and nobody tested for it. So therefore, whenever those patients went to the hospital, they thought they just had pneumonia or something, and it was documented as something else. So it's been here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. We talked about that earlier last week, or maybe midweek last week, how if they would have said something about knowing about having this, their economy would have collapsed because they couldn't send all their shit over here to sell for Christmas. So they knew about it in November of 2019, hence the reason why it's called COVID-19, because they found it in 2019. Mm-hmm. And we very well may have already had it. I may have already had it, but because I was sick there for 3 weeks, and I usually don't get sick, but I was having trouble breathing. But like I said, I take all this stuff because I work out and I'm old. So I want to stay I want to stay hydrated, and I take all this other stuff for muscle repair, the ZMA and shit. So I mean, we very well may have already had it here. My wife did go to the hospital. She was sick for quite a while, and then finally one day she was just throwing up nonstop. I have documented that, so I know when, and I believe I talked to Poison Stinger that day. So like we have an idea of when we went, but it may not be bad for different people. We were talking about that yesterday too. I'm always working in the dirt, and some people, like we had a guy that moved here from Florida. He was outside digging some holes, planting some trees, and he got some flesh-eating bacteria and almost died from it. He was in the hospital for 6 months. So I work in the same dirt, and I have cuts all over me from barbed wire that I string or fences that I'm fixing, and I'm working in the same dirt that this guy was, and
I wouldn't.
I've never. Well, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! No, that's scary.
So it's different immunities built up. So like people aren't working in the earth. So I'm not saying that's going to help you stop from getting the coronavirus, but a lot of farmers have that opinion that because we work outside and we're constantly in, the soil, that we have different immunities than people that come from the city that don't do said stuff. So I don't know. I don't know the science behind it. I'd be interested if someone did.
Well, they usually the science. There's been a few scientific studies done on homeless people, and because they live in the filth and squalor and taking people's garbage and whatnot, they generally don't get sick.
Yeah, that's why I always preach, if you're going to go to the hospital, lick a few doorknobs, shake a few hands, because, it helps you build up your immune system.
I mean, we have chickens. I use only organic fertilizers. Of course, like when I go in, I always wash my hands before I eat. So I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see if there's some real science behind it. But then I pump in a lot of good stuff in my body too. I put back the food that I make on my own land in my body,
the only way
which is nutrient dense.
The only way you can get over a sickness is to make those antibodies. The only way to get those antibodies is through getting that sickness. I mean, even the flu shots, they're giving you the antibodies of last year's strain, right? But they're hoping that that'll have enough in common with the new strain to keep you not that sick. Mm-hmm. Well, if you have the actual flu and you develop, you get cured from it naturally, that's going to be its own preventative for quite a while. Like, I never get the flu shot. I get the flu maybe once every 10 years, so that's my flu shot for the most part. But yeah, that's why I'm not as hygienic as a lot of people probably want to be. I'm not out there scrubbing my hands all the time. Will I wash my hands before a meal? Yeah, because I don't want whatever's on my hands going in my mouth. Mm-hmm. Will I wash it after I wipe my butt? Yeah, because that's nasty. Come on. But as far as the germ factor goes, I'm not that worried about it most of the time.
Yeah, like I wash my hands frequently because I'm always playing in the dirt, and so Stan says he was sick in December, not that bad, but many symptoms except for the fever. Yeah, I had the fever, but I'm the kind of guy that's out there no matter what doing stuff. Because farming doesn't stop. I mean, even in the wintertime, you're out checking soil or checking plants. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. I'm in the fences, cut firewood, yada, 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 on and on and on. Prepper Satan says I've got room as well. So Prepper Satan says he has room for people. Come on down to the hot ass inn. People who had flu symptoms but tested negative for the regular flu around Thanksgiving and Christmas are testing positive for antibodies. Okay, well,
your Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I'm not going to go. I'm not gonna. Yeah, right. Exactly. And we went out doing that because we always go out. It's our little thing we do every year to go out and watch the craziness. We don't go out with intent to get anything, but we go out and watch the craziness. Just walk around and I mean, it's fun to watch people act like retards over a TV or something that you could have bought 2 months earlier on a sale for $500 cheaper. But instead, you're here. They put it on sale and marked it down again, but it's really the same original price. They just raised the price 2 months earlier. Let's see. Yeah, so Walter read that one. Crude oil is at $21.21 a barrel. Holy shit. It's under 30. I don't know when it went under 30, Mr. TB9.
If you can invest in that, now would be the time.
Yeah. Guns Coast to Coast says the visual analogy of vaping will give you very good. You need like 12 feet. Yeah, I mean, just them exhaling. Yeah, like that just shows you.
Well, there's a difference. Like when you're taking a big hit and then you blow it out, it's a little bit bigger, right? But if there's many a times you'll see somebody vaping and they don't exhale the big one, they just do a regular, and you'll see it still goes everywhere. And the amount of time it takes to dissipate is about the amount of time that maybe you're kind of okay distance wise.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't dissipate within 6 feet, which it usually doesn't, it depends on how humid the day is, though, with vape, because the humidity plays a factor in the vaping.
Well, I like the fact that you brought that up, is because if you sit in a room and if you were vaping in said room, it's like if you're breathing in said room, right?
That
so
room will
now,
get cloudy as fuck.
Yeah, and if you open said door and walk out of the door, just watch the vape cloud follow you.
Oh,
then, yeah. I mean, imagine yourself at a haunted house, and said haunted house has a fog machine, which is the same thing as a vaporizer. It vaporizes the cloud, right? So everywhere you walk, you drag that cloud with you for a certain footage, right? So now you have everything's contaminated around your feet, and then you go in and put your feet on your couch or your chair or your lounger, and then your dog jumps up on it and lays down, or your cat, and then they come up and lay on your face and chest, and you're kissing them on the forehead.
You're taking it to a whole other level, though, bro. I mean, it's getting to the point where like, we're all fucked. We're all
but you see, like, and I hope most people have already had it in this past, but if it has a different strain that's causing, I don't know. There's so much shit that's left. And until you see it, my grandfather, a wise man, once told me, a super wise man, said, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. So I live by that. That's why I provide links to the stuff I'm talking about. Because you don't know. Like, you don't know. But I have provided proof on here that I'm not full of shit. And we've been talking about this since March 13th. I found out the other day. And then my wife wants to come tell me stuff I've already talked about in the podcast. And I'm like, did you watch my podcast?
No, she don't watch this shit. And as far as the vaping thing, Stan's talking about the HVAC system spreads it around more. If you keep the vape going, you see it coming right back out. So, yes, there's many a times we're vaping in our house. We don't vape anymore, but when we did, we'd vape up the house. We could not fucking see inside our own house. Smoking was a lot more convenient back in the day. Stinky, right? But didn't leave a film of oily substance, because basically the vapor, you're exhaling it in vapor form, but if you vape enough, it comes back to its original form. But it just spreads out across. So you have to wipe everything down quite a... Anyway, so we would vape up the house and open the door, and you would see it rolling. We actually had one time somebody asked if our house was on fire.
Yeah.
Because it's rolling out.
Go ahead. I was just putting up the video.
What you're
that's what we talked about last week.
Almost pressed the name in it.
Last week about the halo that removes pollutants and does the air treatment, UV treatment, UVC treatment in your heating and air conditioning. I was just showing it again.
I miss vaping and smoking, though. I tell you.
So most newer systems, Stan, what you can do this as an add-on as well. You put the and I'm sure you probably were here for that. If not, Remy Halo makes the air purification system, but you can put any kind of UVC light in there. As long as you don't run gas, don't go run electric cords inside your thing. But you can put a replacement UVC unit in there. But this thing kills mold, tuberculosis, Norwalk, Listeria, particulate, Legionella, bird flu, strep, MRSA, and gas and odors. So this thing strips it all out as your air circulates through there, and it kills up to 3 feet. It has a 99.9% reduction of cold and flu viruses, according to Kansas State University, within 3 feet of this thing. So if it sucks it up, it's going to kill it inside your central heat and air unit before it leaves. Leaves your ductwork. It says the Remy Halo by RFG is designed to eliminate sick building syndrome risks by neutralizing odors, particulate air pollutants, VOC, smoke, mold, bacteria, and viruses. The Remy Halo is easily mounted into air conditioning and heating systems where most sick building problems start. When the HVAC system is operation, the Remy Halo creates an advanced oxidation plasma consisting of ionized hydroperoxides, which we talked about. That's the easiest way to kill all that shit. In one of the early on videos, that's how they sterilize everything in a virus-side setting. Superoxide ions and hydroxide ions are all friendly oxidizers, but friendly oxidizers, we mean oxidizers that revert back to oxygen and hydrogen after oxidization of the pollutant. So, anyways, the Kansas State University did a study and says that it kills 99% reduction of a sneeze test up from 3 feet. It's got a quick release feature. No tools required for servicing. You can, if it goes out, you can pull it out and put another one in. Kills bacteria, mold, and viruses. Reduces odors, particulate, smoke, and VOCs. Recommended for major hotel, restaurant chains, cruise lines. Cruise lines. Hello. Norwalk virus protection and military and mold reduction. Kills 99% of a sneeze. Germs within 3 feet. Zinc ions. Oh, there we go again. Zinc ions kills 99% of viruses on surfaces. So that's from the Kansas State University study.
Well, if zinc is such a good thing against this, maybe all those zinc will weights might come in useful.
Yeah, if you got to fucking insert them in somebody.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, we got werewolf ammunition, vampire.
Yeah. Now we have virus ammunition. Hell yeah! We got zinc virus.
One bullet at a time.
Yeah. All right, we need to get that.
I did go ahead and throw the link in there, so if anybody's curious, the link that I posted is to that Remy air purifier thing that Irish was talking about.
And that's just like the first one that I could find. So, by all means, don't buy that one. Do your research. But that one is, the first one I found and had found the brochure on. So, I know Shitholster went out and made a video saying that he's been doing those for years, and put out a video. So he made one out of a light bulb, a fan, and some tape.
Yeah, he's pretty good at MacGyver and shit.
Yeah, so definitely, if you go check that out, you can make a aftermarket one.
I don't know how much I'd trust stuff like that though in this kind of thing, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose.
Hey, I'm just telling you that Shitholster put one out. So if you want to go check out his video, go ahead. Give him some revenue. Don't watch his videos. I'm just playing. Watch his videos. He's not here to protect himself. So I'm just fucking around.
Hey, HBS is here. He's still alive.
Yay! We were asking about you the other day, brother. Welcome back. Mount on the cold air intake plenum says stand. Not sure if it's COVID-19 or COVID-1984. Yeah. That's a good book. Actually, read that if you haven't. I haven't done a comparison to what's going on now, but it's definitely in the best interest of the people for you to all stay home and the government pay you. So yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the hard pill I have to swallow. I have paperwork from the Heil government to go out and do stuff because I am a farmer. So I have my travel papers. So if I was to be stopped, I have my travel papers and I can show them. And I think I've sent you a copy or sent you a picture of what they sent me. Their poison stinger. So you have to have your papers just like Nazi Germany now.
Yep. I haven't had that issue yet, and I don't know how I'll respond when that comes up, but probably not be pretty happy with it.
They are ticketing people, and they are pulling people over here. So if you're out at night,
He said he's not going to do it.
Who said? What's up?
Apparently, my governor said they're not going to arrest people or give them ask for papers.
Governor Holcomb is.
Lock down people like that.
Well, sucks to be Indiana.
In Kentucky, they're taking down the basketball goals and everything because people refuse to stay in, even though they told you originally to go out and enjoy the parks and stuff.
Right. Yeah, our parks are still open. Yeah, they're overcrowded because everybody's hiking.
Right.
So Hawaiian Volcano Squad, aloha.
Hola, hola, chica.
I live too close to Mexico, bro. YouTube must be shadow banning your video live streams are not appearing in my sub list or homepage. That happens to me too. I luckily have rung the bell for Irish USMC Vet and clicked yes on all notifications. So I get an email when he goes live, and I have to follow that email to the live stream because it doesn't show up in my sub list at all. And so I wouldn't. That's a way to combat this. If you want to make sure you're here, because it's pretty much every day around the same time, ring the bell.
Yeah, yesterday they were not even allowing me to comment. They said there was a problem, so apparently I've had an effect, even though I'm not one of the sensationalists who are on there saying the end is coming. The end is coming. Get guns, ammos, and MREs and dig a hole. Our matey, we got to get on the ship. Yeah. But yeah, I'm still getting censored. So of course, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to get it out there to everybody. I mean, like obviously we're not getting a whole lot of viewers because
what you do. If you guys like what we're doing, and this is the only way we're going to get it out because it's not showing up in subscriptions. I'm pretty sure it's not showing up in recommended, right? So if you enjoy the content, don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss the content. But also, thumbs it up and share it. So if you got some YouTube friends out there or people that you follow or whatever, say, hey, you guys sound a lot like these people. Why don't you go check them out as well? So share it. The more you share it, the more people will know about it. The more people that know about it, maybe he gets up to 1,000 subscribers. Maybe we have some giveaways. There's all sorts of things. And believe me, the giveaways would be pretty badass.
Just because I told him what we're talking about giving away.
Well, that and, I'm going to throw stuff in too. So, I mean, I think my shit is awesome.
Shit. We will not be allowed to enter our own competition or our own giveaways. So therefore, you guys will be good to go.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine that? You do a giveaway and I win? No, that's not going to happen. I do think, though, that maybe another thing you should think about, Irish, is doing kind of like the man cans that have been circulating, Let's put together something. You got some connections, so you can get a few things, at wholesale prices. We get a few things. We put a little package together of a value of $100. People buy that once a month or whatever for whatever the MSRP would be on it, and that whatever difference is what you make. Plus, it's kind of like a little grab bag. They never really know what's in it, or you can do a video on what is in it, I suppose, as well. So there's a few ways to make a little bit of extra cash. I
have I I actually have a subscription box set up and a website, but like I said, I haven't even put that stuff on here. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely put together a box every month or a package, and we could go and I could, send out an email, or you guys could email me with something you're interested in, and then we could throw something together like that. Whether one of my suppliers has it or not, we can figure that out for sure. That's a definite option.
Mhm.
I have right now approximately, I think 40 or 58 bug out bags that we've been working on, filling full of cool stuff to offer. I know, everybody has a bug out bag, but these are military grade jump backpacks that you can actually, jump out of a plane with. We're working on some dyeing some of them to check out what kind of colors they'll accept and stuff. So there's stuff in the works. It's just, right now the poor time to be trying to sell stuff to people, like, unless you have toilet paper or gold and silver. So, and I'm not selling gold and silver. I probably get gold and silver, but Prepper Reaper and Prepper Jesus are just talking it up over here. A bunker giveaway would be cool. Yeah, Stan, I wish I had the resources to give a bunker away. When all things,
like a whole bunker,
yeah, when all things go to hell, contact me via whatever social media, ham radio, or whatever is available, and we might be able to boost a tractor trailer with a low boy and a track hoe, and we'll just go dig up a culvert somewhere for you and throw that bitch in the ground.
But on the track team.
The hose at the railroad. Lot lizards, but not.
Lot lizards.
I said kind of like lot lizards, but for the rail yards, it's the what was it, the track hoe?
Yeah. Prepper Jesus. I had a pretty good bunker before it was cool. Yeah, who built that? I forgot who built that.
It was like the hipster of bunker getting. Oh, I was like the hipster of bunker getting.
Yeah. It was a floating bunker.
Some of them are nice. Some of them are like really. I mean, I guess if you got the money, why live in a bomb shelter from the 40s when you can live in a mansion underground? But it just seems like too stylistic and not so much survivalistic, I guess. But I don't know. If I had the money, I probably would too.
Oh yeah, we'd be down there right now, not coming out until Easter.
No, we'd be coming out because you can't not go to the store every 2 days.
Well, no, you'd have your keto Yoder's bacon already stockpiled to the ceiling inside that bitch. So
you're like the Ninja Turtles ordering pizza. Just put it in the grate.
What's up, man? And you open it with your green turtle mask on.
That'd be fun.
All right, so HVS had to pull a condo off the market. The state lockdown order, because of a state lockdown order, looking at property for sale illegal, $5,000 a fine and a year imprisonment. Trying to sell.
If you're looking or if you're buying, because I mean, obviously you can probably look on the internet and be fine, but looking at property for sale is illegal. $5,000 fine and a year in jail. Holy hell!
Oh, because how you gonna slow the spread? 15 days, slow the spread.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying. I mean, you may have already had it, but I don't want to go to a hospital and get antibody checked right now when there's sick fucks everywhere. So no. I could cool tree fort. Tree got gypsy moss and died. Can't plan for everything. Yeah. Cedar trees or something like that. Actually, we should build a cedar tree fort. That'd be cool. It'd smell fucking super awesome. The best thing about being me is that like playing Halo, I come down from the high. If I died, I'd just respawn. Yes, you're correct, Prepper Jesus. They'll roll a big rock in front of you, and then 2 days later, you'll regenerate. And oh, I heard a funny one. So in Indiana, there's like 4 gazillion Dollar Generals, and they said in Indiana, there was a meme. It said in Indiana that if you die in Indiana, you will just respawn at the last Dollar General you were at from the virus.
Yeah, I get it. That's hilarious.
Only allowed to leave home for pharmacy, food, gas, and medical care. Well, shit. What do you need gas for? You walk everywhere, HVS. Are you gonna make some Molotovs?
I mean, the island's what, 23 miles wide at its widest spot, or something close to that.
Yeah, I'm tracking there, HVS. I knew you meant food, not food gas. I got you, brother. Walter Davis. Here, e-seeders are catching a boring grub. Really? Yeah, the emerald ash borer was killing all the ash trees here, but I've never heard of them killing cedars. We should just release a billion guineas into the woods, and they'll take care of it. Annihilate them bastards. But then we'd have to kill all the coyotes. So, which is not a problem. I absolutely despise coyotes. They're a nuisance animal in my book, and they're a target of opportunity because
they have their reason for existing, but they need to stay off of people's property to do it. You know what I mean? They're there to clean up dead animals, but
yeah, well, that's why the funny part about it is whenever I shoot the coyotes, the turkey vultures clean them up. I mean, sometimes the coyotes will eat their own, but more than likely it's the turkey vultures that come and clean them up. And then if they don't do their job, then they get shot too. No, you can't shoot them, I don't think, but the coyotes can. Walter says they get a little tent thing on the branch. Also, that's how you can tell. So can you go out and set those on fire with your weeding torch? If anybody knows what I'm talking about, maybe not. So we have a weeding torch that has you can use propane with. And you go around and burn it off, burn up the weeds and stuff. Instead of hoeing.
We've done that a long time ago, but we did that with like tumbleweeds.
Instead of hoeing a lot, you can use the weed torch, the weed flamer.
Yeah. I've never done that on a live plant. I've only ever done it on dry tumbleweeds, which they go up pretty fast. But when we lived in the desert, we had barbed wire fencing, and you would get a wall of tumbleweeds that would roll into your fence. And yeah, that was the fastest way to get rid of them, just set them on fire.
Yeah, we do that with weeds here too. So it's hard to be organic. So I mean, everything that you do, and we're not certified organic because it's such a pain in the ass. But with that said, I also want my kids to be able to go out and pick stuff off the trees and not. The only reason we can't be certified organic is because all the other big farms around us use shit that I can't use here. And then, of course, it oversprays onto my property. And if they find any parts per million within the past 3 years, they won't certify you organic.
One thing I know with the aphids that I have here in Phoenix, I'm so tired of having to deal with them. I don't even want to be organic. What is the nastiest insect killer that I can get and spray on there? I don't care if it's Monsanto's at this point. I just want them fuckers dead so that my plant can actually grow up a little bit and get some health on it before they kill it. You know what I mean?
Well, I gave you 100 options. Did you write any of them down, fucker? No.
Yeah, I've been writing them down, and they're all organic. No, I want some fucking biological nuclear warfare going on with these.
Well, just give them Corona.
Yeah, I'll just cough on the plant.
Yeah.
Watch them fall off.
I kill your entire species.
I'm seriously done with them, man.
Walter says Cedar will have hundreds all at once. Well, I don't know. Shit, I mean, I try to use the natural method on everything just because, like I said, my children, looks like a spider web with a raindrop. Yeah, like I would be out burning the shit out of them, depending on I mean, if you have them in your yard, if you only have one or two, I would just go out and burn them. If it's not something normal, that's usually what I do. Because the best way to get rid of something is to burn it. Unless it's nuclear waste, then you don't want to burn that, but because that just helps spread it. But just saying. You can buy ladybugs. You can go and do parasitic wasps. You can set up parasitic wasp habitats, mason bees. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. Just information's out there. You just gotta go ahead. What are you smirking over there for?
Oh, just Hawaii Volcano Squad. He's saying, did the Knack do a song called My Corona? No, it was My Sharona. But that would be a really good parody. We have My Bologna by Weird Al, right? So maybe
Weird Al Yankovic.
Maybe
Sir.
I would do another one, My Corona. Although I would imagine it's got to be past a couple of years before anybody's going to jump on that bandwagon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Prepper God says, to be honest, spiders were an accident. All right. Thank you, Prepper God.
If anything was an accident, it would have been a platypus.
No, that was just humorous.
No. Just for fun?
Yeah.
Are those birds chirping in your ear, or is that my birds?
I think they're yours.
Can you hear them? That fucker is loud.
I did there for a second, but not all the time.
Medical tests will now be required for all international travelers coming into Beijing, China. The next step toward mandatory vaccines at airports. Well, I will not be flying, so I will not be flying. I mean, why? Like, China gave it to us. Why the hell would they try to say that the military gave it to them? Let's blame it on somebody else. Shit slipped out of your level 4 lab because some idiot did something wrong. So let's just call it what it is. Take the blame and suck it up.
Nobody wants to take the blame for nothing.
Well,
Because if they do take the blame, then those people that are suing them won't. They'll have a lot more success. Right now, they have plausible deniability to an extent, right? And they're a government, and you can't sue a government. But if they come out and say, "Yeah, our bad," oh yeah, I'm sure we're going to get some reparation money from that.
So is anyone seeing the fact that herbs and natural green stuff protect your body from all these funky ass things, but yet the soil is so crappy that you can't get nutrients from the soil into your plants anymore unless you put a lot of work into them because they've stripped the minerals? I mean, I believe
because they don't do cycle gardening, or they don't do where a long time ago it was you do 7 years of gardening in a spot and cycle gardening, right? And then on the 7th year you don't plant anything there at all. You move to another plot, right? And you do that every 7 years, and that allows the soil to get back to where it was before you started stripping all the nutrients.
Yeah, I mean, definitely we do crop rotation. So we do crop rotation, and then I put the chickens on that plot to clean it out before I go to plant it. So they go in there and till the garden for me, or till the plots. I'm going to build a chicken tractor so I can move them around. But ideally, I want to put fence up all the way around the property. Fenced in at least the 10 acres with chain link.
so that I can turn the guineas loose and only have to put like protection from overhead predators so that they can get under. But turn the guineas loose because we lost 21 chickens in about a week when I was letting them free range because of the foxes and the coyotes. So, and that's with three dogs roaming the property. So, I mean, the foxes are sly. Little, and I actually caught one doing it in the middle of the daylight. So, this program is R-rated. There's some sensuality going on over there. So, beware that it's not safe for work.
Yeah.
Woo!
I would have turned off the camera, but I would have gotten in trouble for that.
Live affection showing, that's probably illegal. We're going to get banned again today. The natural microorganisms in the dirt get killed off by commercial fertilizer. Yeah, your biome. Now, some of the new organic stuff that we've been using has good beneficial bacteria that's supposed to be when you put the new fertilizer. Like I try to do most of fertilizer at home in compost bins and mounds, but some of the new stuff, I think it's by Epsoma, actually has active bacteria in it. So whenever we use that stuff, it's putting beneficial bacteria back in there. Plus, we buy some beneficial bacteria. I buy milky spore, which controls grubs and stuff, which in turn sends the moles away because there's nothing for them to eat. I didn't see you pull your PC on her. Oh, yeah. Stan says you didn't social distance yourself from her. So, yeah.
No, if one of us gets it, we're both going out with it. I don't care.
I ain't going out like that.
You can't do the boogaloo at home with the social distancing. So that's if I'm going out, I'm going out happy.
So I'm curious to see if anyone is actually keeping a little journal or note pad full of stuff that they think of, like I suggested. Like there's a lot of things that I've seen and been writing down in my journal. So I'd be interested to see if people are keeping the journal like I suggested, because there's stuff like my children love ice cream to the point to where it's I'm thinking now that we should have invested in the ice cream making machine. All my children know how to cook.
Get the one with the crank too. It gives them exercise to burn off the calories.
Oh well, shit! They burn off more calories than you. They've been on the trampoline, and the trampoline's quite a distance away from the house. So, I mean, they've been on that son of a bitch more than you know. Like one daughter's a gymnast, and she's into gymnastics. The youngest daughter, and so. But anyways, yeah, like that's one thing that I seen that I was lacking on, because they like ice cream. So. Really interested in that. We have a bread maker, so that's not been an issue. I needed to learn how to make buns. I don't know if there's a special pan or whatever, but that was one of the things that they were complaining about. So maybe you can fool YouTube algorithm if you change stream name to Morning Mustard. I shared it on Twitter, the live link. So yeah, people, they're just blocking it. I don't know. Yesterday they kicked us out for quite a bit. There was no chat allowed because I was posting up controversial stuff. Like like these links that I post up there, naturalnews.com, nurse commits suicide after infected with coronavirus. So yeah, stuff like that. They get pissed off about. So that's why I put everything on the live stream. If you can't. Everybody's chat, I've put it up over there because they can't take that off. So, I mean, they can take the whole video down, but yeah. I don't think you'll ever defeat their algorithm.
No.
But
I mean, we would have to then also never say the virus word.
Right.
You know, just saying the word virus. You can say corona all day long, but when you can say virus or outbreak or contagion, they're definitely screening for that word.
So what really started this off yesterday was I posted up a video link to Brighteon, and then they kicked me out. So all it is a video from the owner of Natural News, and I'll post it up here in a minute, and you can watch it. It's an informative video. He's not really a sensationalist, I wouldn't say, but he is into. He owns his own lab, and he's a pretty intelligent guy. So, but it's good information, nothing else. Like I said, I've never said to go panic, do anything. You know, and I don't know how all these other guys get away with all the fear porn that they do. Like you're posting up sensational shit. Prepare now or you will die, and shit like that. And I'm not that person.
You should have prepared a long time ago. Here's
right,
what you can do now.
But if
That would
not,
be a better.
but if not, I'm still telling you not to panic, because what is panicking going to do? It can ultimately lead to your demise, because if you go out and try to take somebody's stuff, then they smoke check you, and your family's your family's dying anyways, because you were useless to them because you thought you were going to do something stupid. So it's not worth getting shot. It's not worth getting murdered over.
Yeah.
But take this point and prepare from now on. That's why I said to suggest that you keep a journal throughout this whole thing, and I hope that people are spreading that. Keep a journal now to see that if something like this happens again, whether it's nuclear, biological, chemical, radiological, shit, if a power plant goes down or something, hurricane, whatever, tornado, whatever, you'll be prepared for this next time, and you won't have to run to the store and snatch up the last thing of peanut butter and one package of tuna. So that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, when this does pass, it'd be a good time to. I think there'll be a lot more people that look to prepare for the next one. The way this is going, there'll still be quite a few that don't. They'll be like, "Oh, it's over. It's a lot. We'll go back to normal." But I would imagine the prepper community is going to gain quite a few new followers even after all
this. Mr. TV9 is still babysitting the mailbox.
You got more shit coming, bro.
Yeah.
It's got the more silver coming.
I know. Right? I'm excited too. Whenever I know something's coming in the mail, I'm like a little kid. I'm like, woo!
Oh yeah, me too. I did.
The only problem,
my little 10-ounce bar that I got, at Spot.
The only problem with that is right now everything's going in 2-day quarantine, and my wife absolutely fucking hates it. She's like, "But I ordered candy. I don't give a shit if you ordered candy bars from Amazon. Guess what? They're staying in quarantine for 2 days."
Well, crap. You're letting that in.
No, I swear to God, you ask her. You ask her when she comes in here. She was pissed. She was pissed. She's like, because last night she texted me. She's like, "Are the candy bars out of quarantine yet?" I'm like, well, let me check. And so I checked the delivery date and the time they were delivered. And I was like, yeah, that's been 58 hours now. So, yeah. See, the problem.
They're going to be candy bars then, bro. They're going to be like candy.
Oh, no, it's in the shit. It's not that hot. So what I was explaining to her is like, it stays on paper for a shorter time than it does plastic. But look what's inside the plastic mailers, right, or the paper mailers. So, she understands.
No, man, I don't have that patience. I just Lysol my shit.
Yeah, but do you want to Lysol a fucking candy bar? No.
It's in the wrapper.
I don't care. I don't want to Lysol candy bars,
Well, we don't do that, right? Well, I'll Lysol the outside, but I'll take the candy wrapper and wash it under the sink with soap and water.
So, Walter Davis. Oh shit.
Wash, repeat. There you go.
That's hilarious.
I don't do journals. I tried to do that in high school. They had us do it for a thing, but my writing's bad. I can't even read my own damn writing. I can't spell worth shit. So if anybody ever found it later on, in the archaeological dig, they'd be laughing their asses off at me trying to spell the word "the" sometimes.
Well, I purposely use Ebonics.
Yeah.
One of my family members is an English teacher, and so I purposely send them text messages that are run on and use Ebonics, and she gets so pissed off, and I'm like, everything's not a college English class there, sis. So
Right.
it's interesting. I like to do it. So Walter Davis says, my journal, I got up, listened to Irish, got drunk, fell asleep. Next entry, got up, listened to Irish, got drunk, repeat. Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever. I just, some people that aren't prepared, they don't get to do those fun things. If nothing else, if you reach one or two people and they actually learn from this experience and don't just take it for granted, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's a little aggravating because I don't want to be a sensationalist and I don't want to put out those stupid ass articles like those headline catchers. What you need to do now, 10 steps before you fucking die. Gah! Buy my shit, 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 buy my shit. Right now, I'm going to give you a week's worth of 20% off on my website, but it's going to end on Friday. And then come Friday, I'm going to extend it for 3 more weeks. 20% off. Yeah, fuck that.
We'll get you a 30% off your next G Fuel order too.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like I have not even mentioned my website or anything that I sell, or any of that shit. So,
No. But I do think that you should sell a membership box that,
yeah, we can do
you
that.
charge like $100 for, but it's got, you spent like less than that, obviously.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. That's not a, between bug out
it
rolls
can be good
and all
stuff.
that.
It can be the survival stuff or something value one way or another.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be lame crap. So, we were talking about pocket knives the other day, so who knows?
Guns Coast to Coast has been between bug out rolls and Olight reviewers. I'm fed up. Bug out rolls. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. And I'm not going to call these people out. So
I got my Streamlight for my 300 blackout pistol build, and then as soon as I did that, because I was looking for a good light, as soon as I bought that, and before it even got to the house, I'm seeing all these things about the Olight, and now I'm like, God damn it. Apparently, I missed that whole thing. But I do like the Olight's magnetic cabling. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the recharging, yeah. Walter Davis says, I'm rebuilding a wheel well shock mount on my car. It rusted out right now. Oh, okay. So that's cool. Are you welding a new one in and then seam sealing everything up? Do a video on that. That'd be cool. Like I've done it before. I'm just not real handy with the camera, so that's why you get the live stream version. If you watch any of my other videos, they're straight and to the point, and it's all one giant run-on video.
And that's what
I don't do any editing.
I think you could do better, bro.
I know I could do better.
If I had your knowledge and with my camera skills and video skills, we could make some good videos.
I mean, I did good videos back in the day whenever I did Southern Indiana Prepper. I did a lot of editing and a lot of time was spent on it, and I just don't have that time anymore. So, my zombie videos of me killing zombies and driving trucks and shit over them, that was phenomenal video editing. Like, that's back whenever I originally had purchased Sony Vegas, whatever. So, I had a lot of fun with it, and the kids did too, but I'm just not going to go set up 3 GoPros and, my Sony camcorder and do all that stuff anymore. It's right and to the point. And someday if I get money to hire a videographer or whatever the fuck they're called, I'll hire one, and then somebody can walk around and film me all day and then cut and edit and paste and do all that stuff. But I don't have time for it. So I won't do it here, but I call locally out by name on my channel. I don't. It's not gonna do any good. I know. We all know who they are. And
people with a brain do. People who don't. People who are sheep and panicked
Yeah.
They will watch those people, but people that actually have a good head on their shoulders know when it's a shyster and who's not. It's pretty easy to tell.
Yeah, like I said, I've showed Poison Stinger part of my stuff, my storeroom and stuff, so he knows. He's had access to my website. He's not going to tell anybody, but
No.
you know, I mean, it's there.
I might. I might.
No, don't. We haven't talked about it in a couple weeks, so do not share it.
Okay.
But yeah, like I mean, it's there. Like I could be on there pumping out masks and you know, pretty much anything I wanted to sell. I still have access to all my suppliers. So, but you know, I'm just giving you guys stuff that I don't, you know. That's why I put it on here. I give you links to everything, so and none of them are to my websites or my businesses. So, I'm not about that right now. So I don't want to. I want to earn business the right way and not sell you some shit. And trust me, we went through a lot of stuff here. We started out our preparedness journal, our preparedness journey many moons ago. But you know, the more we got into it, the better stuff we've purchased, and over the years, I mean, there's probably 10 bug out bags that's just been thrown in in containers, you know, just full of shit. So sometimes we go back and revisit them and see what, you know, where you came from. Actually, I need to go through all that stuff and get rid of it. And I've talked about with Poison Stinger just giving the stuff away. So, but once we get enough people into get enough subscribers, we'll start doing that. I mean, I don't care to give the stuff away. But shit, we would just be giving it to people that already have stuff, and nobody would want, you know, the starter kit. I think that's in our group of watchers. So
Yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of cool different things though. I mean, just because you have a pocket knife doesn't mean you don't want another one. Just because you have certain things, you know.
Right, but like a lot of the first aid kit stuff, you know, that's all.
Right.
You know, it's all beginning stuff that it just makes you feel.
Take suggestions.
Feel good.
You know, take suggestions on what people think would be kind of cool to throw in there. You know.
Yeah. But it's fun to go back and look and see what my original thoughts were compared to, you know, 20 years later or whatever. So I mean, it's interesting, and I mean, to be honest, like 15 years ago, they wanted me to teach classes at the you know, the emergency response buildings. You know, they wanted me to come in and teach like county councilmen and shit stuff on preparedness. So I mean, my progression towards, you know, being more self-sufficient and stuff has obviously came a long way. I mean, we've always grown food and stuff, but like the gear over time is what's interesting to see what changed. And then some of it went back to old school stuff like pick, you know, the picks and axes and shit. So I mean, it's just, somebody said that a few years ago, and I forget who it was in one of our meetings. They said, "What's old is new, and what's new is old," and so it made a lot of sense, you know, because I mean, essentially, if everything does go down, you're gonna have to go back to the old ways. So why not have those
people that know how to get by through, you know, the depression or whatever? Hold
up. Get a bird. All right. Yeah, I'm Frankensteining it. It looks like crap, but really don't like the car much. Yeah, we've done it before. As long as you get the angles right, depends on what car it is. You can get adjustable shock tower mounts. I mean, you can. There's a, because of the performance parts for cars now, because of the following it got after Fast and the Furious came out.
You can get adjustable shock towers. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can get now, Walter. I'm sure you know because you're best with cars, but you can get adjustable swing arms, adjustable upper and lower control arms, adjustable shock tower mounts. I mean, the full gamut of adjustability on a vehicle just skyrocketed once they came out with all these aftermarket parts. So that's always, that was good. Especially like if you wanted to lower your car a little bit back in the day, because a stock car didn't come with the drag racing stance that you wanted. You'd have to cut the shocks, and now probably for a good 20 years or so, they've had in the United States anyways, they had affordable adjustable shocks, but then you have to adjust it, like I said, the control arms. Hell, they even came out with shocks that you could adjust the tension on, not for off-roading, for on-road. So what's going on out there? We frozen up on the chat, or is just everybody listening to me ramble? Let's see what's going on over at the Drudge. 2004 Escape, the bug-out apocalypse vehicle for the urban soccer mom. Well, that's... Well, get you some soft armor on there. Put the soccer mom sticker on there. Don't put the Magpul sticker. I got you on in the background. I'm at work, sadly. Oh, well, hopefully you're not by work. Do you mean you're driving around? Because I usually see a lot of your videos. You're usually driving around, so hopefully put that over the PA system. Well, no, don't put it over the PA system at work, because if I drop the F-bomb in intermittently there, you'll get in trouble. So let's see what else is going on. I'm in the office, laugh out loud. Oh, sorry, man. Hopefully they cleaned it up and you Lysoled the shit out of it. So the thing is put together with glue. It keeps catching on fire. That's horrible. That sounds like a Jeep problem. The new Jeep problem. Yeah, they've turned these vehicles into minimal spot welding and seam sealer. I mean, essentially what holds them together. All the crumple zones and stuff. They're interesting. I've a lot of the Cadillac stuff you swap out. It's the same thing as a Suburban. It's just got fancy plastic over top of it. So you're paying for a Suburban with Cadillac stickers on it. It's a lot of interesting stuff that goes on in the automotive world that they don't tell you about. Let's see, workers critical to food supply starting to fall ill. Terrifying cell phone heat map shows coronavirus spreading. That ought to be interesting. Let's open that tab up. See if we can share that. Let's see here. Terrifying cell phone heat map shows. Okay, first of all, I would be concerned that the cell phones are tracking you. Is one of the most terrifying things. Not that you're sharing. All right, so let's find the thing, and I will share that with you. I don't buy. Walter says I don't buy anything newer than 1985 anymore. This stuff is crap. Lexus is just a Toyota Camry with same thing with Nissan and Infiniti. I think. No, wait, hold on. Shit, Nissan has one. It's just like, I know Honda and Toyota or Honda and Acura is a Honda. They used to come with Honda motors in them, and then they eventually switched over. It's the same company. It's just their Cadillac version of it. So what I always like to say. Let's see if I can share this with you guys. So there's this interesting link that I found showing that this is a heat map. It's showing where the spring breakers are according to cell phone tracking. Cell phone location data with the U.S. is providing frightening insight of movements of humans during the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. So this is basically a map showing, right? Let me see if you guys can see this because I have to click back on. All right. Whoa, what happened? Yeah, there. So, all right, so I'll pull this up. Log down. Right, Cadillac crap. All right, so it's being a slow pain in the ass. But anyways, so that's the map. And I'll post it up in the link section so you can go back and check it out. But it's showing that, one, they're tracking you with the cell phones enough to know that they're using all the corridors. No, I don't want your information. This shows what roads they're taking and everything to get to Florida or wherever they're going. So they're able, and I'm not sure which company this is, but they're able to track you. Social media, I guess social media platforms doing it. Florida during spring break and selected and tracked when festivities ended. The cell phones were seen sprawling out across the eastern half of the United States, potentially bringing cases of the highly contagious virus with them. Mikkel Thalen shows the location data on cell phones that were on Florida Beach during spring break. It then shows that those phones traveled. First thing you should know is the importance of social distancing. The second is how much phone your cell phone gives off. Well, yeah, that's the big problem. Everything's raping your information and sharing it. So that link I will copy and paste for your digestion later. But yeah, that's a scary problem. That all these apps that you download are tracking you, which I have apps downloaded. I'm not, so I'm not saying I'm immune to that. But I'm rebooting and cutting out. All right, let me cut some of this stuff off. Stop sharing. Go back to me. All right, so now it should just be me and Stinger again. He's not here. All right. Sound better now? Anyone selling I Survive t-shirt yet? No, not yet. Walter, good idea for you to do, though. Am I still bogging down, guys? Anybody out there? Uh-oh. Sheesh. I'll let him leave a message. So I have a call coming in from another jarhead. So let's see. Workers critical to food supply starting to fall ill. So it looks like the food supply is going to stop, fall off for a little bit, maybe. Everybody else is hiring. Terrifying cell phone map, which I posted up. The next hotspots. Let's see what that one is. I won't share that one because it's causing everything to bog down. It sounds like I'm roboting. Next coronavirus hotspots. Each dot represents the metro area, size, population. This is according to Axios.com. Shows you where they suspect the next hotspots will be due to the fact that everyone left and went back to their respective areas. All right, let me see what's going on. I do have voicemail. All right. So 15-minute warning. We'll be out of here in 15 minutes. So get any questions, comments, bitches, moans, complaints in there. De Blasio says prepare for restriction through May. Bill Gates warns lockdown could last up to 10 weeks and should be nationwide. Internet is slowing down because everybody's using it, creaking at the seams. We're fucked. Carrier outbreak sends troops scrambling. That's a quote from somebody on a ship. So, yeah. I mean, I think if the military should be able to handle that. Aircraft carrier outbreak sends troops scrambling, and the fallout isn't just aboard USS Roosevelt in Kuwait. The brigade deployed to deter Iran is now caught in the Pentagon's 60-day movement freeze. So why would they put that? U.S. Navy Marine Corps service members in Guam were ordered on Wednesday to break their own quarantine and set up makeshift shelters for U.S. troops coming off the nuclear-powered aircraft carrier when the outbreak of the novel coronavirus is rapidly spreading within the hulls of the ship. Some of the U.S. troops in Naval Base Guam, located on the western side of the U.S. territory in Apra Harbor, were assembled into 100-man working parties to begin transforming some of the base's facilities into temporary quarantine shelters for some of the 5,000 service members aboard the aircraft carrier USS Theodore Roosevelt, a naval vessel where the COVID-19 is spreading. Found several more cases aboard the ship. We're in the process now of testing 100% of the crew of that ship to ensure that we were able to contain the spread of the virus that might have occurred there. But I also want to emphasize that the ship is operationally capable and can do its mission if required, said Acting Navy Secretary Thomas B. Modley of the Pentagon on Thursday. So it's not affecting them to a point where they are out of commission, but it is spreading. So I'd be interested to find out if it is a issue with where you get it, you just get the flu and move on, or if they actually have people that are on ventilation stuff, that need life support. So let's go back up here. Last thing we posted was Axios. Walter Davis, anyone selling Survive T-shirt? Yeah, I mean you could be on the Ocean Shore stuff there. The Jersey Shore maybe putting those out. So Mr. Stinger has a phone call, so we're just going through here. No one to keep me on the chain. Let's see. It says Mr. No, me congressman who might delay stimulus bill. So there was one apparently that voted no on the stimulus bill. Let's see who Mr. No is. U.S. congressman who might delay the bill. Representative Thomas Massey enraged President Donald Trump on Friday as leaders of the Congress worried he would delay the planned Friday voice vote to $2.2 trillion coronavirus economic rescue plan. Drawing calls from the White House. Representative Thomas Massey, representative of Kentucky, watches a live downlink with American astronauts aboard International Space Station on Capitol Hill. Okay, this is showing a picture of the douche nozzle. Even for the 49-year-old, Drew Trump's Erie on Twitter, he had been a thorn in the side of both parties so long that he is nicknamed Mr. No. Throw Massey out of the Republican Party, tweeted Trump on Friday. Here's some facts about Massey. Massey was first elected in 2012 to assist with the conservative Tea Party movement from a solidly Republican district in northern Kentucky along the Ohio River. An engineer by training who had built his company on inventions he made, he beat two establishment Republicans in the primary election along the way. In the first House vote in 2013, Massey opposed the re-election of John Boehner as Speaker. Massey aligned with conservative and libertarian Republicans who formed the Freedom Caucus in 2015. but he did not join the caucus. In 2014, Massey voted no so many times on legislation that Politico dubbed him Mr. No. He opposed about a third of the measures that came up the first year, voting against large and small bills sponsored by both parties, from defense spending legislation to a bill to award a gold medal to golf star Jack Nicklaus. What the hell would they? I mean, anyways, Massey opposed many other bills on a cost basis. He joked once that there's a giant ass wasp right here, right beside me. I don't know where he came from. Button lawmakers push on the House floor, which are labeled yay and nay, so should be relabeled spend and don't spend. So this guy sounds like he is a no nonsense kind of guy and doesn't believe in spending money. Where Mr. Stinger's back, but no voice. So anyways, there's the article on that. And the huge wasp is still climbing around. He's still kind of lethargic, so he must be waking up from his slumber. So, yeah. Interesting. Mr. No, he's a new guy. Mr. Donald J. Trump wants to apparently smack him because he's stalling the bill that would give money to the people that had to stay at home because the government told us to. Trump rages against Republicans who warns of the debt bomb. Perks for the rich real estate investors tucked in a bill. So there are perks for rich real estate investors. Inside of one of the bills that they're trying to pass, emails show chaos as CDC slowed early response. Of course, there's a sick map. The U.S. now leads world in cases. Counties to get risk level peak is supposed to happen in the second week of April. And there's been a great spiritual awakening since this happened. So now people are believing in Jesus or whatever you believe in these days. So it's a get right with God moment. Prepper Jesus, should be happy about that. Prepper God should be happy about that. So the Wall Street Journal put up the guidelines of classifying areas by coronavirus. I think we should all stay in the same procedures because nobody wants to the heat map shows it all. Check that shit out. That's scary enough. So yeah, the heat map. Well, bro, as soon as I get off here, we're handling this wasp problem. It's not a good wasp. It's a bad wasp. It's not a parasitic wasp. It's parasitic on me. Counties to get risk level. So each county, they're going to assess and give you a risk level. Red linked is peak second week of April. So supposedly the fulcrum point for this, now they're saying the coronavirus could kill 81,000 in the U.S., subsides in June, Washington University analysis says. So now their next forecast or hypothesis is that it should subside in June. And there's a link to that. I think that's it. Trust.org. Let me check. Yep, that's it. That basically says the coronavirus pandemic could kill 81,000 people in the United States in the next 4 months and may not subside until June, according to data analysis done by University of Washington School of Medicine. The number of hospitalized patients is expected to peak nationally by the second week of April. Although the peak may come later in some states, some people could continue to die from the virus as late as July, although deaths should be below epidemic levels of 10% or 10 per day by June at the latest, according to the analysis. The analysis, using data from governments, hospitals, and other sources, predicts that the number of U.S. deaths could vary widely, ranging from as low as around 38,000 to a high of 162,000. The variance is due in part to desperate rates of the spread of virus in different regions, which experts are still struggling to explain, said Dr. Christopher Murray, director of the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington, who led the study. The duration of the virus means that we may need for social distancing measures longer than initially expected. Although the county or the country may eventually be able to relax restrictions, it can more effectively test and quarantine the sick. The analysis also highlights the strain that will be placed on hospitals at the epidemic's peak. Sick people could exceed the number of available hospital beds by 64,000 and could require the use of 20,000 ventilators. Ventilators are already running short in hard-hit places like New York City. However, they did say the other day, and they've been saying, that you can take a respirator that is for anesthesiologists, which they have an excess of, or have a good supply of, and do a little tweaking and convert those over to respirators or ventilators to keep people alive. So they were supposed to put out a video on that yesterday. I don't know if they did. I didn't watch it. Been busy planting, but continuing on, I digress. The virus is spreading more slowly in California, which could mean the peak cases there will come later in April, and social distancing measures will need to be extended in that state longer. And something happened, and it scrolled down too far. But anyways, I'll post that. Link's already posted up, so you can go check that out at your leisure. And of course, everybody's having a great spiritual awakening because people are dying. This could be pestilence considered by the Bible. There was a mystery fire in the New York subway system, so people are out being retarded. Pandemic could spark unrest among West urban poor. Traitor or traitor, Ackman says accusations he tried to drive down the market on CNBC are absurd. Hedge funder scored 10,000% return. Hell is coming. Shrimp vendor, Wuhan market may be patient zero. Oh, great. I would be really upset if it came from shrimp. UK is rocked. Boris tested positive. Where did he catch it? Who did he infect? The Corona cabinet is what they're calling it. So the shrimp vendor may be patient zero. And it's not going to let me click on that link for some reason. It's a good thing the chat is about over because I'm going to post this up. Well, I guess it's the New York Post. So shrimp vendor at Wuhan market may be coronavirus patient zero. Shrimp peddler in the Chinese market where the coronavirus pandemic likely began. So now they've moved it from 10 different things now. So they'll likely not know. It looks like there's a video. 57-year-old woman identified by the Wall Street Journal as Wei something something was the first person from the now notorious Hunan market in Wuhan to test positive for the deadly bug. She was at work December 10th when she developed what she thought was cold symptoms, Chinese outlet reported. Yeah, well, they've had it longer than that, so I don't know how she could be that patient zero, but 21 days before December. Yeah, there you go. I'll put it up there. You guys can check it out. All right, so mine, post that up. Washington University, did they say what Hoya is in the article? I'm wondering if I get a check for rent and food, says Prepper Satan. I can tell you, heat doesn't kill the virus. I feel a little crummy.
Sorry about the long delay there, Irish.
No, that's all right, brother. It happens. I got a phone call too, but I bypassed it. I got a voicemail, so I have to call somebody back.
My daughter is all concerned that she might not be able to go to the Lady Gaga concert in Chicago soon because of this whole thing. And I'm like, oh my God.
No, you're not going to be able to go. Did you not get the? I sent you the message. I sent you the message, right?
I've been preaching to her whole kid, all her life. It don't matter, it's she's that kind of kid where it goes in one ear, out the other. Maybe there was some parenting I did wrong. I don't know. I can't go back and redo it, right? But she was an only child, and I probably spoiled her way too much. I'll give you that.
A little bit.
But at the same time, I didn't tell her to do anyway. She's focused on getting tattoos, piercings, and going to Lady Gaga. And I'm like, that is not what you should be focused on right now, man. So I'm trying to talk her back, but she doesn't care.
That right there, the message you just got, is exactly what the Chicago area is putting out on everyone's cellular technology. So, all right, guys and gals, it's been 2 hours.
They came back for the end.
Yeah, he came back for the end. So, as always, thumbs up, thumbs down, bitch. Most complaints, leave them in the comment section below. I'm Irish USMC Vet. That's Poison Stinger. Mr. TB Wine still waiting. So keep us informed. Post up at the bottom of the video whenever you get your coins, and we'll all get a notification so that we know.
Don't forget to ring the bell.
So yeah, check out any links below. HVS, have a great day. Sorry to hear that you're only getting plain Pop-Tarts. I'm down to my last box of pretzel Pop-Tarts, so I feel your pain. I'm rationing them. I'm going to open them up and separate them. And instead of having 2 Pop-Tarts in one package, I'm going to have 1 Pop-Tart per package in my snack bags. So, yeah, because pretzel Pop-Tarts are the shit. So anyways, guys and gals, have a great day. Stay safe. Good luck on getting the car fixed. Good luck on getting your coinage in the mail, and Godspeed and Simplify. We'll be back maybe tomorrow if I get a chance. It won't be 2 hours, but I'll try to get in here sometime. So look for that broadcast. I will tweet it out. So if you're on the Twitter, like the HDP is, because that's where he puts out a lot of his information from, you'll see it hopefully. Click the bell icon, I guess, to get notifications when I go live. But have a great day, guys and gals, and thanks for watching.
Peace.